How should women dress to attract women? And this is a message for lesbians and women who love women. If you identify as lesbian or bisexual or pansexual or demisexual or asexual, and you are a same-sex attracted woman or female, this message is for you. I am Giselle Wallace, certified gay life coach and author, and I do provide my lesbian perspective. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned throughout the entire video so that you will find out how should women dress to attract women. I noticed something. Maybe you've noticed it too. Women are very frustrated and maybe even a bit uncertain about how they're presenting themselves in the world for a very important reason. And the reason is these women love women and they want to attract women, but they're a bit concerned about how to attract a woman. And I pretty much always discuss lesbian energy. And lesbian energy is your core essence of being your authentic self as a lesbian or a same-sex attracted woman. And it allows you to naturally attract women to you because you exude confidence and you also exude an awareness as well as the ability to inform women that you are into women. That's what lesbian energy is. I teach on lesbian energy. There are various ways for you to be able to attract women, but in this specific video message, I'm going to talk about the way you dress, how you should dress up as a female or a woman. And this applies to how you dress, whether you are a masculine presenting woman or a feminine presenting woman, or you may be androgynous, or you may be considered a STEM. This is all for you. Lesbians and same-sex attracted women have their own style. They believe in self-expression. We're huge on self-expression, and a major part of self-expression is the way you dress. We often face a dilemma in life that women who are heterosexual don't have to deal with. And the reason why is because, well, heterosexual women do have concerns about the way they dress to attract men, but it's not in the same way or to the same extent or concern as it is for lesbians. Lesbians have a major concern about the way they present themselves to the world because they want to be able to attract women. And they also want to repel men. The way a woman dresses or the way a woman arranges her style of dress boils down to her style. And it's deeper than just a woman wanting to have clothes that are fashionable or clothes that are clean or clothes that are name brand clothes. It's more about who she is as a person, as a lesbian. It's representation. So the way we dress as lesbians runs very deep. We are wanting to express ourselves through our clothes, but we're also wanting to present ourselves and represent ourselves as lesbians. We want people to know that we are lesbian. We want people to recognize us as being lesbians. And we know that one way to do that is by the way we dress. I think this is a very important topic to discuss. We need to really get very detailed about how we dress. And we need to understand the psychology behind why we dress the way we do as lesbians. And it is, as I've already mentioned, because we want to express ourselves through our clothes. We want to represent ourselves. We want to present ourselves to the world in a way where people know that we're gay women, we're lesbians, we are female homosexuals. But we also want to do it so we can attract women. We also do it because it makes us feel confident. The clothes that you wear is your style. And if you don't dress accordingly, then you feel a bit out of place. You feel very uncomfortable. You may not even want to even go out if your fit is not right. So you want to have the right fit. When you are dressing yourself, there may be a few things that goes through your mind as a woman or a female who identifies as a lesbian or a same-sex attracted woman. And what may be going through your mind is, do I look like every other woman who's walking around? Another way of breaking that down is, do I look like I'm heterosexual? Is that a valid question to ask yourself to help you make a decision on what kind of clothes you should wear and what you should wear today? Well, I think it is a valid question, but what I want to help you to understand is, although your clothes, what you wear, what you put on, says a lot about you. It really does. It's actually your image. How you dress is your image. It is your style. It says a lot about you. But what really determines what you put on, what you wear, what your fit is, how you dress up as a lesbian is who you identify as. It is very personal. You have to have a self-awareness. You have to acknowledge who you are, that you are a lesbian. You are a same-sex attracted woman. You have to have lesbian energy because it is your core essence. It is your value to be authentic. So it starts within. It's what's in your heart. It's what's in your mind, your soul, and your spirit. It's never the tangible fabric that you put on your body. That is just all about aesthetics. That's about the physical. That's about what people physically see with their eye about you. And although it is important, it's not the most important thing. The way you put on your outfit is determined by who you are on the inside. You have to be aligned in mind, body, soul, and spirit in order for you to reflect yourself externally through your clothes. When you get up in the morning, most women don't just run to their closet and just throw something on. Most women like to think about what they're going to wear ahead of time. We like to plan our outfits. And the reason why is because we know that sometimes your outfit is not going to be ready. Meaning maybe your clothes are going to be wrinkled. Maybe your clothes need to be washed. Maybe your clothes need to be coordinated. There are certain ways that you put your clothes together. And if you don't, then it doesn't blend well. It's like your clothes are mismatched. They're untidy. So you have to be able to know how to dress. And this goes into learning about fashion. It also is about understanding colors and fabrics and designs, which I think more women who love women should take more time to learn about. You know how they teach you ethics in how you should eat or what you should have at a dinner table, like what kind of silverware or cups or plates or spoons, bowls. That is actually a science. It's actually a way that you learn how to prepare your table to eat. you can do this through dressing. You can learn about designers, fabrics, clothes. You can learn about the material. You can learn about what is trending. And you need to also learn about where the clothes come from. It's important to know who the owner is, the designer is, what country does the clothes come from, the fabric, the material, because you want to know the source of what you're wearing, because a lot of what you wear, like these designers, there's been, for example, news stories or scandals about certain designers who have been scammers, or maybe they're prejudiced, racist, you name it, it can be out there. So you want to be aware. You want to do your research about who these designers are before you put it on, because they put their name as their brand for a reason, because their name, their brand represents who they are. So this goes back to what you wear, the clothes you wear, it represents who you are. It represents your image. So this goes back to us being lesbians or same-sex attracted women. What we wear is our image. It represents who we are. It's our self-expression. That's how important it is. If you are a same-sex attracted woman and you want to know how to dress up to attract women, that is very good that you're thinking this way, because it's very easy for us to conform in a heteronormative society where we all start looking the same, like everybody's cookie cutter. Nobody has any uniqueness. Like everybody looks the same. They're wearing the same thing. And people really pay attention to the media. They pay attention to like celebrities or influencers to decide how they should dress. And I don't think that lesbians should rely on the media to decide how to dress. And here's why. A lot of what goes on in the media does not represent lesbianism. The goal behind it is really to attract people, but it's for heterosexual people. Like, there's a lot of male designers who design female clothing, and they will make women's clothing pretty skimpy or scantily for the purpose of women attracting men. So a lot of the clothes that are designed for women, the whole sole purpose is so that the woman can attract a man to her. And you want to be mindful of that, because that's a lot of the reason why we ask ourselves, am I dressing up to the point where I'm not letting other women know that I'm into women? Because you know that the way you dress, the way you present yourself, it can actually attract men. Even though in your mind, in your heart, you're like, I don't want to attract men. I want to attract women. So that leads me to go into discussing, how do we know what attracts women to women? I think that you have to understand the psychology of lesbians. You have to understand what we're attracted to and why we're attracted to a certain way a woman dresses. For example, you have lesbian relationships between a stud and a femme. That's the traditional lesbian relationship type. Although there are other lesbian relationship types. Like there's two femmes who are in a relationship together. There may be two studs or two tomboys or two butches together, two androgynous women. There may be two stems together. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to focus on the traditional lesbian relationship type, which is the femme and the stud. The stud is the butch woman. She usually dresses in masculine or male clothing. She presents herself as the more dominant partner. And then you have the femme, which is the lesbian woman who dresses in the feminine clothing. She presents herself as more womanly or effeminate or softer. And they choose their clothes very precisely. And a lot of their intention is to attract. Like a lot of women are in relationships with their woman because they like the way their woman presents herself. So you may like masculinity in a female, or you may like femininity in a female. And masculinity and femininity is not just based on external factors like the way you physically look or the way you wear your clothes. It's also an energy. But I'm not going to go into deep detail about energy in this video because it's really about the style of dress. But it's about your motive of why you're dressing the way you're dressing. So, for example, a stud or a butch lesbian may say, well, I like feminine women and I like my girl to wear sundresses. So you may want to find out, why does she like sundresses? So you have to kind of ask questions to understand why she likes her woman to dress a certain way. There may be stud or butch or tomboy or stem lesbians who say, well, I don't like my girl to dress in pants, or I don't like her to dress in t-shirts. You may want to find out, why is that? And vice versa, the feminine woman who presents herself in the feminine clothing, like maybe she wears soft colors, she wears maybe dresses, gowns, she may wear like fitted clothes, she may wear skinny jeans, and she likes her partner to be the more masculine partner, the butch or stud or tomboy or an androgynous partner. And she'll say, well, I like her to dress more masculine. You may want to ask her, why do you like your woman to dress more masculine? Because there's a reason behind it. There's a psychology behind it. And it does go into energy. It goes into lesbian energy, but it also goes into masculine and feminine energy. Like I said, that is a huge part of it. But what about the aesthetics of it? She just isn't attracted, like the feminine presenting lesbian. If she's attracted to masculine presenting women, she's not attracted to another woman who dresses like herself. She likes the difference, the distinction. She also views a masculine presenting woman, the way she dresses, it may make her feel more safe. Like women are into feeling safe and secure with their partner. And maybe the way her woman dresses gives her that feeling of comfort. If a stud or butch or androgynous woman likes only feminine presenting women, she will say, well, I like when she wears sundresses. I like when she is getting her nails done. I like when she goes and gets her hair done. I like when she wears perfume. And she may say why she likes it. She says, I like it because it's very soft, it's very sensual, it's sweet, it's very appealing to me. I'm very turned off by masculinity. Like, I don't like my woman to dress in big, bulky clothes. It just doesn't attract me. I won't even see her if she dresses that way. So if you want to be seen by your partner, if you care about what your partner thinks about you, you need to dress in a way that she likes it. And you might say, oh, well, that's controlling, but it's not controlling because you like what you like as well. You want to see your partner dress a certain way as well. It's just how we are. We like what we like. And the way you dress attracts people. There's just no way around it. We are drawn to what we see physically because we are physical human beings. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You just don't want to stay stuck on the physical, the aesthetic side. You want to, of course, get deeper in getting to know the woman to know if that's a compatible partner for you. But women can have their own style, even though they may dress feminine or masculine. And this gets a little bit more intricate because what I mentioned earlier is we don't need to get caught up in the media and influencers about the way they dress, because sometimes we don't really even want to dress like that as lesbians. We're not even really into the way they're dressing. It's just if you get caught up into what everybody's doing, then you're like a follower. But what I love about lesbians and the lesbian culture is we tend to have our own style and image. We tend to stand out, and it's like you just kind of know or recognize a lesbian when you see one. And it's because we're very unique in the way we dress ourselves. We're very stylish. One way, like a feminine woman, it may be a little bit more complicated to determine if a feminine woman is a lesbian or a same-sex attracted woman because she may be dressing in feminine clothes. But this goes back to lesbian energy. That's what she needs. But it's also the way she wears her hair. Like, that's the way you style your hair, the way you dress your hair is a form of dressing. So like a lot of black women who wear their hair natural, they may have locks, they may have twists, they may have an afro, they may have a very low cut. They have very natural hairstyles. They don't have a lot of chemicals. Usually women that wear their hairstyles in very natural styles, many of these women are lesbians and same-sex attracted women. I know you may say, oh, that's a stereotype, but there is a lot of truth to the way a woman wears her hair determines her sexuality. Lesbians can be very much so rebels. They go against the grain, and they don't like to be controlled by how men want them to wear their hair. Like a lot of men, they may say, oh, wear your hair where it's long and going down your back and it's straight. And, they may, don't want a woman to have her hair short, because a lot of men prefer women to have long hair. And so a lot of lesbians, they'll cut their hair off because it's just bold. It's just her wanting to be herself. She doesn't want to be controlled. And a lot of heterosexual women, they of course want to be attractive to men, so they'll wear their hair in ways that men approve of. And so these subtle ways let us know that, okay, this woman's not heterosexual. She's got to be a lesbian. And that's why we say, am I acting too much like a heterosexual woman? Am I acting too much like a straight girl? Because there are certain ways, and a lot of it is it's kind of like your intuition. You just kind of pick up on things, and you're like, this is the way a heterosexual woman would dress, style her hair. This is the way she would behave, present herself. I'm not trying to attract men. And this is why a lot of masculine presenting women are androgynous women. They'll dress masculine because, well, it's part of their way of style. But it's also a way for them to repel men, because men don't like to see their women dressing like men. They just don't. The majority of men don't. Even if there are some men who like to see women dress up, kind of tomboyish, the majority of men don't. And that's why you see most men in the media, celebrities, social media influencers, or just in everyday life. If you just watch heterosexual couples, they have a very strict standard on the way they dress. Men are dressing like masculine, women are dressing feminine. And the standard is women need to be in maybe skirts or dresses. If she does wear shorts, they want them to be almost like Daisy Dukes. It's just certain things that they look for a woman to wear. And likewise with men tend to wear clothes that are not fitted. Masculine men, they don't want to wear fitted clothes, and they don't want to wear colors that are very loud. They don't want to wear colors that women wear, such as pink or yellow. Well, some men wear yellow, but it kind of depends on the shade. They just don't like to be very loud. Men kind of like to just blend in. And that's just their standard. But really, it's about the motive of why you're doing what you're doing. And what I recommend when it comes to you dressing up for women, because you want to attract women as lesbians or same-sex attracted women, learn to develop your own style. Don't try to wear what other women are wearing, because you may be unaware that the way you're dressing is attracting the very people who you don't want to attract, which is men. And your dressing is from your clothes to the way you wear your hair, the way you wear your shoes, even whether or not you wear makeup or how you wear your makeup. A lot of lesbians are very natural. They don't wear makeup, or if they do wear makeup, it's very minimal, very light. Whereas I notice with heterosexual women, they are heavy on makeup. And I'm not someone who likes heavy makeup. I think it takes away from a woman's physical appearance. I like natural beauty in a woman. I don't wear makeup. At most, I may wear lipstick or lip gloss, but sometimes I don't even wear that. But it's just sometimes lesbians don't want to do what the average heterosexual woman is doing, because we want to be different. And so just kind of be more conscious and aware of that, because you can kind of lose yourself and just start just doing what most average heterosexual women do. And then you just don't understand why you're not attracting women. Well, it's because they don't recognize you as a lesbian. Another interesting thing that I used to do, I remember I was dating this girl years ago, and I wear just different types of perfumes. I don't wear it all the time, but I will wear it. Like, I have perfume all the time in my cabinets. Like, it's there. If I ever decide I need it, it's there. That's another thing, ladies. Always store up. Always have your clothes ready. Always have your perfume and your colognes ready, because you don't want to be rushing at the last minute to go find a new outfit or to find perfume or cologne. You want to already have it at home. Well, one of the things I used to do, I used to go to this store years ago called Abercrombie and Fitch. Abercrombie and Fitch. Sorry if I'm mixing those letters up there. It's almost like a tongue twister. And they've been in the news a few times for scandals. I did a video a few months back about the Abercrombie and Fitch scandal with the owners. And that's where I was talking about earlier. You want to do your research and investigate these companies, and they've been in trouble for like racism, like, being discriminatory towards black people. But they recently had a scandal with the owners going after their male models because they were huge on the models representing their clothes. So it was just like a whole scandal with that. And I did a YouTube video about it a few months back if you want to find it in my archives. But I digress. I used to wear this it was what you call unisex cologne. And this is something that heterosexual women do not do. Heterosexual women, they absolutely are not going to wear cologne. They're not going to wear unisex cologne. But I used to wear unisex cologne, and I still do sometimes. But I also wear perfume. So perfume is what women wear, feminine women wear. And then cologne is, of course, for men. Now, in the lesbian culture, lesbians, studs, butches, androgynous women, stems, they may wear cologne. And the heterosexual community would just scoff at that. They think that's horrible because they look at you like, oh, well, you're still a female. How dare you wear cologne? But that's how lesbians are. We do what we want to do. And the thing is, it attracts women to the masculine presenting woman. So that's why she wears the cologne. There's so many women, whether they're masculine or androgynous or feminine, if they like masculine presenting women, they like when they wear that cologne. So it doesn't turn them off. But to the heterosexual world or heterosexual women, they would just look at you like you're disgusting, like you're out of your mind. What are you doing? You're a girl. You should be wearing perfume. So that's what I mean by we don't conform to the way heterosexual women dress. We don't conform to the approval of heterosexual men because we're lesbians. So, honey, I would wear unisex cologne. And I was with my girlfriend and she wore perfume. And it's, I'm a feminine woman. But this was a very strange relationship because she actually was more masculine than me, but she wanted me to be the more masculine partner. And that relationship didn't work out. We were not compatible. But I was wearing this unisex cologne, not for her. I liked it. I liked the scent. And it made me feel like a lesbian. I know that sounds kind of strange, but I wasn't doing what a heterosexual woman would do. And I wore this unisex cologne and women were attracted to it. They would be like, what are you wearing? You see, what are you wearing? Because perfume and colognes is a sense of wearing something on your body. It's a scent. It's a flavor. Wearing perfumes and colognes, they entice our pheromones. You can't go wrong with smelling good, ladies. You cannot go wrong with smelling good. So women were attracted to the way I smelled. You want to smell good. So what you're wearing has a lot to do with your cologne, your perfume. It does have a lot to do with your deodorants, your creams, your lotions, what you shower with, like your soaps, what you soak in. It gets really deep. And just be conscious of it. Like, it's almost kind of organic for lesbians to do things differently from the norm. And that's what makes us stand out. That's what makes us very attractive to women. So indulge in it. If it comes natural to you, jump on it, because more than likely you are where you need to be. And if you feel tempted to not go along with what you really desire to wear, that's the pressure of being in a heteronormative society, and you want to shake it off and just go with the flow and wear what feels right for you as a lesbian. And when you go out in the world, you start noticing a difference. Women start paying attention to you. So to answer the question, how should women dress to attract women? It's down to the individual female or woman who is a lesbian or a same-sex attracted woman. Learn your own style. Stick to your tuition. Try new things. If it feels good, it works, and you notice that women are checking you out more, they're being drawn to you, well then, ladies, that is your sign, that is your clue that whatever you're wearing, whatever you're putting on is working. And always remember that it's about your core, it's about your essence, it's about your lesbian energy. It's who you are authentically that ultimately will attract women to you. I am Giselle Wallace, certified gay life coach and author. Please subscribe to all of my social media. My handle is at GISELLEAWALLACE. Thank you for following me, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I am a certified life coach and I am an author. You can go to my website, www.gisellewallace.com, and get in touch with me, ladies, if you want a one-on-one coaching session about dressing for success, dressing to attract women. I'm here for you, or whatever's on your heart and you need someone to talk to. I'm here for you. Thank you for listening, and have a stylish day.